want to welcome you back to part 2. We were talking and looking at the tips that we can use to improve our mental well-being, mental health well-being. And you realize that most of the times we don't really look after ourselves. We don't really look at, tips that improve our mental health, but we look at the other tips. We can look at to pass our exams or tips to perform well at work, but we never look at tips to improve our mental health, because so much success and so much improvement in our life is tied to our mental health and our mental well-being. The other tip is make sure your sleeping habits are good. What time do you go to bed? For example, how many hours do you sleep every night? Are you distracted when you go to your bed? Did you know that you're not supposed to go to your bed holding your phone? You're supposed to leave your phone far away from your bedroom and make sure that your bedroom is quiet and it has the conducive atmosphere, the right lighting, so that you can ensure that you are sleeping well. You are sleeping the right hours. You're getting enough sleep. Because when you do not get enough sleep, you will begin to struggle with mental health. That one goes without saying. Sleep is very important. The other tip is forgive others and guard your heart. The Bible always reminds us to guard our hearts. Because when we walk around with unforgiveness, when we walk around with bitterness towards other people, let me tell you, this will mess us up. So sometimes when people wrong you, you forgive them not because they deserve it. You forgive them because of you. Forgiveness is for you, not for that other person who has wronged you. So when you do not forgive other people, it's very easy to begin struggling with mental health after some time. Because you will soon realize that some of those people who wronged you will never say sorry. So sometimes you have to forgive them for you, so that you can have peace and so that you can improve on your mental health. The other tip is figure out what your hobbies are. It's always important to engage in your hobbies. Take time out. If you love playing football, go and play football. If you love swimming, go and swim. If you love sports, go and engage in sports. Hobbies are important. And there's no age that you can say, oh, I'm past the age of hobbies. We are not saying hobbies are for young people or for children. Even when you are older, you can actually have a hobby. What's your most favorite thing to do? Maybe it's watching a movie, or maybe, I don't know, going out for coffee. So make sure you engage in your hobbies, because this will help to improve your mental health. And I would love to ask you, what are some of your hobbies? Do you know some of your hobbies? Most of us don't have, not that we don't have hobbies, but we've never really sat down to think about what are my hobbies, because we think that it's selfish to do this. But I want to tell you that it's not selfish to do this. The other important tip is, if you are able to exercise, physical exercise. I know this is hard, but physical exercise is very important. You can take a walk. You can, I don't know how you exercise, but if you can take time to do some physical exercise, this one is important in improving your mental health. Another important thing is having a mentor. Having a mentor is very important, because there are issues you will overcome alone. Other issues you need guidance. You need to seek opinion, and this is very important. So always make sure you have a mentor who can walk with you, especially during those overwhelming times. Another thing is, I always say it is okay to walk away from stressful environments. It's okay to walk away from people who are stressing you. And because this environment will corrupt the peace that you have inside of you. Because maybe the atmosphere that is inside of you is peaceful. But then sometimes when you are in stressful environments, when you are surrounded by negative people, toxic people, what will happen? You will end up, being negative. You will end up, utatoka hapo feeling overwhelmed and feeling sad and feeling, negative about yourself. So always surround yourself with people who will speak positive about you. And it's okay to walk away from stressful environments. Another tip is being careful about what we are watching and what we are listening to. Our eyes are powerful gates, and our ears are also powerful gates. So whatever we watch, whatever we listen to will impact our mental health. If you are watching negative things, obviously there's no way your mental health will be stable. If you are listening to negative things, things that are not building you, there is no way that your mental health will also be stable. So make sure that you're watching things that will help you feel more happy, feel more peaceful, and things that will help improve your mental health. It's important. What are you watching? If I come to your phone, what is the content that is there? Because it's important to watch content that will help improve your mental health. And especially the times that you're feeling a bit low, or the times that you're feeling overwhelmed. I always say, for example, myself, when I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed or when I'm feeling a bit down, listen to content that will help lift my soul. It's important to be careful of what you're watching. Be careful of what you're listening to. This can be something you're watching online, or even the people that you're talking to, people who are telling you stuff. It doesn't have to be something you're watching online. Always make sure that whatever enters your ears, whatever you look at, is something that is helpful in improving your mental health. Another tip is remember that seasons are not permanent. For example, it's just the other day we were wrapped up in trench coats and experiencing a lot of cold. But look at now, it is very warm. And so this tells you that seasons, especially those tough seasons that are not easy, that nobody wants to experience them, those seasons are not there to stay. So for example, if right now you're going through a tough season, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you want to feel like giving up, if you feel like you're totally discouraged, nothing is working, just know that it shall pass and it is not there to stay. I can tell you for sure these seasons come and go. And once you understand that the season that I'm in right now is not there permanently, then you are able to be encouraged, knowing that what you're going through will still pass. Another important tip is be there for others. Reach out to others. Nowadays, the society has become very closed, that we are not allowing people in our lives. We are not paying attention to what others are going through. We have become very selfish, and we understand that you can live in the same flat with your neighbor, not even knowing what is happening to them. It's just the other time we all saw in the news a story of a old lady who passed on, and she was discovered several months. It is sad that our society has come to where we are, because I remember, like, when we were young, even though we didn't have gadgets, you would always know how the rest of your family are doing, and you will always visit them or reach out to them, or someone will bring a report about how they are doing. But nowadays it should be easy, because we have phones, we have gadgets that can help us reach out to our loved ones, to our friends. And you realize that we do not reach out. Take it upon yourself to reach out to someone. Reach out to your friend. If you've stayed for long without talking to your friend or to your classmate or to your family member, reach out to them and hear how they are doing. Maybe they have some struggles that you can help out with. Maybe one word, you can speak to them and they will be uplifted and encouraged. So always reach out to others, because I always believe that the seeds that you plant in other people, the same seeds will be planted in you, or you will harvest out of those seeds. Because no seed that goes to the ground that you do not harvest. So make sure you reach out to other people. Take it as your assignment to reach out to 3 people today and check on how they are doing. The other thing is there are some exercises that you can do. Mindfulness, relaxation exercises that can help your brain, that can help you calm down, even when you are going through tough situations. Mindfulness is being aware of what is happening in you and around you. Being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your emotions. Sometimes we assume our thoughts, but did you know that your thoughts are a critical part of this puzzle we are calling mental health well-being? If you can be able to monitor your thoughts, you will be able to say no to the wrong thoughts and allow the right thoughts. So pay attention to your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What is going on in your mind right now? What is going on in your heart now? What are the emotions that you are experiencing? And I know there's a time we talked about emotions, but those emotions can determine how well you are, how healthy you are mentally. Make sure you monitor your emotions. If you're feeling a bit discouraged, if you're feeling angry and sad, make sure those emotions are captured and are expressed. And you can also be able to talk about your emotions. So thank you so much for listening to us. And that will be it for this series on tips on how to improve your mental health. And I hope to catch up with you next time in our next talk. Thank you so much for listening to us. God bless.